Hi, my name is Lindsay Amico, and I am a mindset coach and the founder of Picture Perfect Mind. The premise of my business is really about helping people to find control from within. So, a big part of anxiety and stress is about seeking control over our external circumstances, and I want to talk to people about how we can discover that power within ourselves. When I started implementing these thought management tools and these mindfulness practices in my life, I personally was transformed. I had always been someone that felt like things happened to me. I was always in fight or flight, trying to figure out the next option, the next solution. But when I was able to create change from within, that's when I truly began to feel in control, happy, and motivated to do even more in my life. And I see the impact that stress has had on professionals and individuals, especially in our area. I just read in the Buffalo News that we are actually one of the most unhealthy regions in all of New York State, if not the unhealthiest region. And I just feel like this is the time for companies to be able to help their employees to just truly feel so much better. When employees feel better, they can perform even better, and everyone wins at the end of the day. They're motivated, they're focused, they're successful. So, I am here to give you 3 tips today on how to feel better and decrease stress. And these tips can be used to feel better in 5 minutes or less. So, the first tip is to understand that thoughts create our reality. So, if we're feeling stressed or we're anxious or any emotion that is undesirable, we have to ask ourselves, what is the thought that is causing this for me, right? Is it that there's a deadline that's approaching? Or am I having a conflict with a coworker? Or am I worried about what my boss thinks? Once we can identify the thought, we then have the power to be able to change it to something that feels better. So it's a very simple form of positive psychology. Scientists say that we think 60,000 thoughts a day on average, and 90% of those are the same thoughts over and over. So if we're thinking negative thoughts on a daily basis or stressful thoughts, of course it's going to affect our stress response and our overall levels of anxiety and worry and inability to focus, fight or flight, all that stuff. So what it really takes is, what am I thinking now, and how can I shift that thought to allow me to feel better? Thoughts create our feelings, create our actions, create our results. So if you're not feeling good, taking a moment to think about what is the thought that is igniting that, because that is such a powerful shift in your day. It can be done in a moment. Okay, next tip, breathing. So many of us do not take the opportunity to breathe. And this is a beautiful way to just initiate the relaxation response in our body. Now, there's a lot of different breathing techniques, and you can Google them very easily to see which one might work for you, but that can, of course, be a bit overwhelming. So really, I'm here to promote the box breathing technique, and this is actually just from the Navy SEALs, and of course, they're the experts in how to perform well under stressful situations. But really, it takes breathing in for 4 counts, holding for 4 counts, and releasing for 4 counts. Now, before you start this, it is recommended to release all the air out of your lungs first and foremost. And then you can do this really for 2 to 3 minutes, and you'll feel very calm and focused afterwards. So let's say you're bombarded at work, you have so much to get done, so many expectations, you only have 8 hours in the day. Things are happening that you have no control over because, like I said, we don't have control over our external circumstances, but we do have control over ourselves. So what can you implement to feel better in less than 5 minutes, right? And focus on, this is another tip that I didn't even include personally, or purposefully, but can you focus on the thing that is most important right now? What is the one thing, how are you prioritizing that's going to implement or set your day up for success, right? So, breathing. Thirdly, take a walk. Now, immediately you're like, oh, I've heard this already. And I'm not talking about taking a walk outside or even taking a walk around your professional complex or whatever it is. I'm actually just saying take a walk to go to the bathroom or take a walk to get a cup of coffee or a cup of tea if you don't need that anxious caffeine energy. Really being able, this is an act of mindfulness. Taking a walk is the opportunity for you to actually ground yourself in the present moment. When we are connected to anxiety, we are connected to the future. We're thinking of what's coming and how we can prepare for that. When we are just in the moment, we are in the moment. We're not worrying about what's to come. When we're at work, that's a little difficult sometimes, right? If we just take 3 to 5 minutes to take a walk to the bathroom, focus on our feet on the floor, focus on the color of the walls, the artwork on the walls. Maybe take the opportunity when you see a coworker just to say hello to them or listen to what they're actually saying to you. Just feeling your body in the space that it's currently in instead of worrying about the next thing that's coming. So those are my 3 tips to feel better in less than 5 minutes for you today. If you're interested in this, if you think it's great information, I do give presentations to companies, nonprofits, businesses big and small to help people to just feel better right now because we all deserve that. So thank you and have a beautiful day.